Hi guys and welcome back to the channel Held Dominance. Anthony here. Please remember to like and subscribe and also click that notification bell if you're enjoying what you're seeing and if you want to see more. Coming up, we have a quick look into each club in the Super League and how they've spent their overseas player quota. Huddersfield Giants make a decision on off-contract fullback. And our Melbourne Storm in for English forward. So we begin today, we're looking at Super League's overseas quotas, as the clubs in Super League have had an habit of looking abroad to recruit ahead of the 2022 seasons, and previous years also, mustn't make a difference on that. A large chunk of the sides have made signings directly from the NRL ahead of last year, while the likes of Hull KR and Castleford Tigers have taken overseas players from domestic rivals. Such as this new season approach, 11 of the 12 Super League outfits have filled their 7 overseas quota spots. The only team that doesn't want to is Warrington Wolves, who have a space for overseas players with 4 spots remaining, despite the signing of Peter Matautia and Billy Magoulis. Here is the current situation for each club finds itself for their foreign quota heading into the new season. Castleford Tigers have Sosei Feki, Chase Blair, Suaya Matagi, Beretta Framo, Jake Mamo, Mahe Fanua, and Kenny Edwards. Catalan's Dragons have Sami Sonilangi, Josh Drinkwater, Sam Cassiano, Dean Ware, Mitchell Pearce, Dylan Napper and Tyrone May. The last 3 are their recent signings in 2022. Huddersfield Giants have Chris McQueen, Jake Cogger, Ricky Lawatelli, Luke Yates, Tui Lolahia, Danny Levi and Seb Ikehifo. While Hull have Carlos Tuimavave, Chris Sarte, Mani Mau, Lee Giselle, Josh Reynolds, Kane Evans, and Joe Lovodua. Despite only signing foreign import Lachlan Coote from St Helens onto their overseas roster, they already have a well-stocked overseas quota with at Hull KR with Sean Kenny Dowell, Kane Lynette, Matt Parcells, Albert Vete and Corbin Sims, as well as Brad Takarangi in their impressive run to the semi-finals last year. Then there's Matt Pryor, Reece Martin, Bodine Thompson, Zane Tetavano, already at Leeds when they brought in the 3 of Blake Austin, Aidan Caesar, both from other Super League clubs, and David Fusitau Tua. David Fusitau to the club. I'm bringing David Fusitau to the club. So for Red Devils are unique, as most of their new signings, if not, well, apart from Ken Seo, are all foreign imports and will be joining from mostly NRL clubs, with the likes of King Vuniyawa from Leeds and Sitaleki Akuala coming from Warrington, but Tim Li-Fi, Elijah Taylor, Brody Croft, Shane Wright all come in from abroad, where St Helens have continued with some continuity, but with Sione Matautia, Ignatius Passy staying with the club, while they've brought in 5 new overseas signings with Will Hapoate, Kurt Sorinen, Joey Lussick, ex-Salford, Conrad Hurrell from Leeds, and James Bell from Lee Centurions. And finally we have the look at Toulouse Olympique, who have Junior Vaivai, Jonathan Ford, Harrison Hansen, Don Peru, Joseph Paulo, Mitch Garbett, and Latrell Chukomkel. I'll get that pronunciation correctly. Charmkel, that's it. All from their existing overseas quota that they brought in this year, over the last few years. Wakefield have existing players like Bill Tupu, Jacob Miller, David Fita, Tiriaru Arona and Kalepi Tanganoa, as well as Mason Lino, all in the club, and then Jay Whitbread has joined from Lee Centurions. Then the 3-4 Warrington, as they only have Jason Clark, Peter Matautia and Billy Magoulis in their overseas quota, while Wigan have Bevan French and Jay Fields, who signed over the last couple of years, but have been injured for most of it. Willie Isa, Cade Ellis, who's a new signing, as well as Patrick Margot, Abbas Miski from London Broncos, and Cade Cust. So that's a rundown of all the overseas quotas for the 2022 season. But who is your best overseas signing, whether they've come from previous years and gone via another Super League club, or NRL players that are coming in that have caught your eye? Please let me know in the comments below. So now we're going to look at the Huddersfield Giants, as they've decided to retain the service of off-contract fullback Olly Ashall-Bott for the 2022 season. The fullbacks have represented Widnes Vikings, North Wales Crusaders, London Broncos and Salford Red Devils before joining the Giants in 2021. He made 9 appearances for the Giants in the last season, scoring twice, along with a loan spell to Wakefield Trinity. On the deal, Huddersfield Giants head coach Ian Watson said, "I know Ollie really well after spending a couple of seasons with him now, and his performances and attitude to being a Super League player have gotten better every week. He played a couple of games on loan for me in 2020, but I thought he showed some real promise and maturity here at Huddersfield last year, so I'm over the moon that we have been able to keep him involved in our squad. He's over 24, and the injuries he's had have held him back early in his career, but in the last 2 years, he has been really durable, apart from picking up a small knock up at the start of the 2021 season. I thought once he'd gotten through that and started to feature regularly for us, he was outstanding at the back and gave us an attacking threat and steal in our defensive game. I believe signing Ashall-Bott on a new deal will increase the competition for places at fullback and the outside backs. The best teams have that in their squads, and the likes of Ash Golding and Will Price are team players who have had a fantastic attitude to competition, so we look forward to the battle for places in 2022. Ashall-Bott started off his career in the rugby league, professional, semi-professional, in 2018 with the Widnes Vikings, playing 15 games and scoring 4 tries. He spent a loan spell at North Wales Crusaders, where he played 3 and scored 3, and in 2020 he had a turbulent year with London Broncos, as he only made 1 appearance. This was more than likely due to injury, but he also made 3 appearances on loan to Salford Red Devils during that season, also scoring 1 try. At Huddersfield, he has only made the 9 games and scored 2 tries, but with Wakefield, his loan was 2 games and 1 try. In total, that's the most games in 4 years, with 33 games and 11 tries in total, but he's lightning quick and has all the potential in the world. And you can see he was happy with the new deal with his comments on Huddersfield Giants website. He said, "I'm delighted to renew my contract with Huddersfield Giants, and thanks to Ian Watson, Richard Thulis and Graham Taylor for their work in getting this over the line. I'm enjoying my rugby at the Giants and working with Ian Watson and the rest of the coaching and playing staff. It's been great to be able to continue my career at Huddersfield and being a part of this squad. I think I can really compete in 2022. I'm looking forward to the battle for a place in the first team and play Super League Rugby League next year as in this talented squad. I just hope to improve and keep working on my game and work hard in the pre-season. And finally today we have a look at the Melbourne Storm, as there's been some interesting speculation surrounding the prop forward coming into the club, as it's been mooted that Luke Thompson of Canterbury Bulldogs has got like speculation amid reports the Bulldogs star prop was shopped to the Melbourne Storm. Thompson is contracted back to the Canterbury Bulldogs until the end of 2023 on a deal that is said to be worth almost $800,000 per season. However, the 26-year-old has been linked with the West Tigers and now the Storm, according to the Telegraph, in Australia. The reports claim that Thompson was offered to the Storm on a 2-year deal in mid-November by a third party representing the Englishman. Melbourne reportedly considered the proposition given the uncertainty around the future of their own player, Nelson Solomona, who is refusing to get vaccinated. However, the club has chosen to reject the offer due to the asking price being too high, and the Australian Daily Telegraph reports there's next to no chance of the talks starting up again between the two parties. On the flip side though, Solomona was due to report back to pre-season training last Tuesday, but under Victoria's strict health orders, the towering prop can't train with the Storm unless he's fully vaccinated. Melbourne though are hopeful that Solomona will get at least the first COVID-19 vaccination before Christmas so he can return to pre-season training, albeit late. Thompson was also the centre of an anti-vaccination controversy at his club at the Canterbury Bulldogs, but ended up getting the jab in a different way. Well, not in a different way, just getting the jab. The former Super League prop had reportedly been shopped around to the West Tigers earlier this year, and there is now fresh speculation that he and teammate Nick Kotrick could sign for the West Tigers, which would free up a lot of the cap space and allow the Bulldogs to chase Eels star Junior Paulo. According to the Daily Telegraph, the Bulldogs would like to hang on to Thompson, but no, his departure would ease a lot of pressure on the salary cap. The Bulldogs are said to be willing to pay part of his contract if he were to look elsewhere. Now that he's got double jabbed, it makes him a more interesting proposition. The Storm may not be interested in him because they like the prop forward that they have, but they make a move for him. Luke Thompson, if Solomona decides he's not going to get double jabbed, which means he will not be able to play rugby league in the NRL due to, as we said, them strict rules that the state of Victoria have said. It's a weird situation that Luke Thompson has found himself in. It's not his fault that he was offered this big massive deal, and Bulldogs are saying they want to go another way now. It's an interesting dilemma. But where do you think he could end up at? Could he come back to Super League? Could he end up at, let's say, the West, Brisbane, even Newcastle? Seems to be though that with props from St Helens and the UK, they flip-flop between the Bulldogs and St George Illawarra Dragons, but I don't think the Dragons have the salary cap budget to afford a player like Thompson. I may be wrong, But it's an interesting situation that Luke Thompson found himself in. Not his fault that the club are having buyer's remorse. Hopefully his future gets sorted out soon, and then he's got a bit more of a yes, I can settle down here, do my job, and do it well for the clubs, because he wants to play in the 2022 World Cup and not get that opportunity if he doesn't have a future at other clubs. So that's another one in the can, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for watching. Please remember to like, subscribe, and share this video worldwide, as well as clicking the notification bell for when any updates are coming your way. What are your thoughts on today's stories? Is Olly Ashall-Bott signing a new deal at Huddersfield a good choice for Huddersfield? And do you think Warrington have got some overseas players in mind with their 4 spaces in the salary cap available? And what about Luke Thompson? Do you think that these rumours are either perpetrated by the player or the club just trying to get his wage off their wage bill? He's on a high salary, yes, but they're the ones that signed him. There's been no changes in the coaching. There's no changes in the backroom staff. Have they just decided to go a different way? Whatever. The rumours do not seem to be going away from the England international. It's kind of sad, to be fair. He's not had time to adjust to the actual league at the beginning of the season. Well, he joined midway through the season when he first got down to Australia because of injuries, and he had to quarantine and everything like that. It's fault that happened. They wanted him. They got him. And the second season, COVID-19, there was always going to be a bit of upheaval. Then his COVID vaccine refusal on his part, but has since got his done for his job, for his money, learned to play in the NRL. Good. But that doesn't seem to have quashed the rumours. They've been going on with the West Tigers since middle of last year. There's something going on there that we just don't know about. He's undoubtedly a talented prop forward. He was signed to go down to Australia. He's in the same mould as James. His name. See his face. James. Had to Google it. James Graham. So yeah, it's a sad state of affairs, but it's one that could happen. Anyway, tell me in the comments below about what your thoughts are on this story today. Do you think that the move will be coming this season, or will he be still at the Bulldogs? And also comment on any of the videos that you've heard today, anything that you may have heard yourself during Rugby League, and if you just want a conversation about Rugby League in general, it's not a problem. Willing to get on board with that conversation. I'll respond to you as fast as possible. But in the meantime, thank you so much for watching. Please remember to share this video worldwide. And also please stay safe. All the best. And I'll see you in the next video.